By the time I turned 22, I was making thousands of dollars a day in profit online. And here's what nobody tells you. The moment I stopped obsessing over money was the moment everything changed. Now, I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? You're watching this right now because you want to make fuck you money, right? So why the hell would I ever tell you to stop thinking about money? Stay with me because this might be the most important financial lesson you'll ever learn. When all your focus is on getting more money right now, you lose sight of the long-term game. And that's where real wealth is built, in the long term. Now look, I see this constantly. People obsessing over quick wins. They're chasing sign-up bonuses, hot crypto investments, penny stocks, lottery tickets, anything that promises them fast money. And you know what actually happens? They never build lasting wealth. They prioritize immediate gain over building the right systems, habits, and skills that make money work for them. They're so focused on getting the next payday that they completely forget the framework that would generate consistent cash for decades. Look, getting rich isn't about hitting one big score. It's about building frameworks that generate consistent value month after month and year after year. It's about creating systems that work for you even when you're not working. And when you're obsessed with making a quick buck, making money right now, you can't see that. You're too busy looking for the shortcut, the hack, the secret that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, the people who are actually building wealth, getting rich, are playing a completely different game, the long-term one. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I come from the low middle class. My parents were nurses. I saw them breaking their backs every single day at work. All of that for what? To be treated like shit by their superiors and to receive a small pay. And at home, I'll be honest, our family life was far from being perfect. There were times when I was a kid, we literally had to wonder how we were going to afford to repair the car, or how to afford medical bills, things like that. And because we suffered a lot because of lack of money, that made me obsessed with wanting to make more money. It could have done two things in reality. It could have made me think that we just didn't deserve better, that life was just supposed to be this very limiting thing, and we just had to suck it up until the day we died. But I couldn't accept that, because I saw other people online or even at school who were far wealthier, and I knew they were having life on easy mode compared to us. So in my little kid head, I thought, why didn't we deserve better? Why couldn't we have more too? And that's when I started to do tons of research, read all books about money, watch all YouTube videos on online business, etc. to figure out how we could get rich too. But the issue is because I was broke and came from a broke family, I had a scarcity mentality, obviously. And so I was so obsessed on making money right now that I would try the shittiest business models, for example, like reselling a $2 ebook on fucking Instagram or like doing some drop shipping, and those things never actually worked. Yes, I made a few dollars here and there, but never profit. And that's the problem, because I was so focused on making quick cash now, I would always jump from one thing to the next, one opportunity to the next. And before I realized it, years of my life passed me by and I was still broke. I still had nothing to show for it. So please learn from my mistakes, don't make the same mistake. It's only when I stuck to one proven path, selling high-ticket consulting and services, that I started to make $1,000 a day, then $2,600 a day. But it didn't happen overnight. In fact, I would have gotten there way sooner if I hadn't wasted so much goddamn time with these wrong business models like dropshipping, print on demand, affiliate marketing. Like honestly, don't touch these if you actually want to make money. If you want to discover how I've made thousands of dollars a day online, I've made a free training that will show you everything step by step. The link will be in the description. And for a limited time, you can also apply to book a free call with me or a member of my team. On that call, we'll see what's blocking you from making more money, and we'll give you a custom step-by-step plan so you can start your business today, even with $0 in startup capital, and get your first customers as quickly as possible. The link is in the description, but be quick because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. And here's another problem with obsessing over money. It makes you prioritize cost over impact. So what this means is that on a personal level, you might spend hours negotiating an extra dollar an hour at your job, but completely ignore opportunities to invest in skills or experiences that could multiply your income tenfold in the future. For example, you'll save $1,000 on a course that could teach you a $100,000 skill because you're focused on the price tag of it right now, the cost of it right now, instead of what it can do for you in the future. You won't turn down unpaid opportunities that would give you the connections and experience you need, and that is worth far more than just a few $100s. Look at economies that actually thrive. They invest in infrastructure, innovation, and productivity. They're not hoarding cash. They're deploying resources strategically to create more value. The same principle applies to your personal wealth. When you focus on providing value first, solving problems for actual people, creating useful products, mastering a craft that matters, then the money follows naturally. Money is a result of value. But when you only obsess over money, you're blind to these bigger opportunities. You're counting pennies while missing dollars. When you constantly think, I don't have enough, it fundamentally limits your creativity and decision making. Having this scarcity mentality narrows your vision. It makes you risk averse and reactive instead of proactive and innovative. You can't think strategically because you're just trying to survive. And again, if this is you, I can't blame you for it. I know what it's like. I grew up in the low middle class. So it's very difficult to have this abundance mentality when, let's face it, you never have enough to do the things that you want, or even for just basic survival. But the thing is, you can't stay there. You have to break out of this low middle class environment, because if you don't, your life is gonna be pretty damn shit. I think we all agree on that. History proves this over and over. Post-war Europe didn't rebuild by obsessing over scarcity. They shifted to abundance thinking and invested in reconstruction. Personal finance works the same way. When you stop obsessing over money and start focusing on building, creating, and adding value, your brain is free to see opportunities you would have otherwise completely missed. Because when you operate from a scarcity mindset, you only ever see the limitations or what you can't do instead of what you can do. I experienced this firsthand. When I was broke and obsessed with money, to be honest, I made terrible decisions. I would jump on every shiny opportunity promising quick cash. I'd waste my time on low-value tasks because they paid something instead of investing in high-value skills that paid nothing up front. The moment I shifted my focus from how do I get money, how do I make more money, to how do I create massive value for other people, everything unlocked. Suddenly, I could see opportunities everywhere. Everything became a potential product or business idea. My creativity exploded and I made way better decisions, which in turn made me a lot more money. Abundance starts when your focus moves beyond immediate survival or gain. And I know it's hard to do. The people who build real, lasting wealth don't chase money directly. They chase excellence and problem solving. The money is just a byproduct of doing something really well for a lot of people. Rockefeller didn't wake up obsessing over his bank account. He focused on refining oil better than anyone else in the world. Warren Buffett doesn't obsess over making more money. He focuses on patient, disciplined investing and understanding businesses deeply. The money followed all these people naturally because they created massive value. When you obsess over money, you make fear-based, impulsive decisions. You jump from opportunity to opportunity. You're constantly anxious about the next dollar. You can't think clearly because you're operating from desperation. You won't be willing to take risks. But when you focus on value creation for other people, skill building, and solving real problems that people actually have, wealth follows naturally because people pay for results, people pay for value. It's almost inevitable because you're giving the market exactly what it wants. Now look, this isn't some woo-woo manifestation advice. This is simply mechanical cause and effect. If you solve valuable problems consistently for people, money flows towards you. Simple. But if you obsess over money without creating value for others, it won't stay out of your reach because nobody will give you money just to thank you for existing. History gives us the same lesson over and over again, but most people refuse to learn it. The California gold rush. Thousands of people rushed west, obsessed with striking it rich. Most of them went broke or died trying. You know who actually made money? The people selling shovels, jeans, and supplies to the miners. They themselves weren't obsessed with the gold. They were focused on solving the miners' problems. The stock market crash of 1921, the housing bubble of 2008, the cryptomania of 2021. Every single time, the pattern is identical. People obsessed with quick money get wiped out. They chase the shiny object without understanding fundamentals. The ones who thrived weren't chasing the prize. They were creating value for others. They understood the actual dynamics at play instead of just seeing dollar signs. Understanding this pattern allows you to avoid making the same mistakes. When everyone else around you is obsessing over the next big thing, the next shiny thing, the next guaranteed way to get rich quick, you can step back and ask, where's the actual value being created here? What problem is being solved? What products are being sold? So instead of obsessing over the shiny reward, focus on how you can serve the market, how you can take advantage of the trend. That's how you position yourself to actually win and make a ton of money long term. If you want to discover how I've made thousands of dollars a day online, I've made a free training that will show you everything step by step. The link will be in the description. And for a limited time, you can also apply to book a free call with me or a member of my team. On that call, we'll see what's blocking you from making more money, and we'll give you a custom step-by-step plan so you can start your business today, even with $0 in startup capital, and get your first customers as quickly as possible. The link is in the description, but be quick because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. Look, If you seriously think you're gonna get rich, dropshipping the same garbage phone cases and LED strips that 50,000 other people are reselling from AliExpress or Wish, you are delusional. I'm sorry to say it. You're not building a business, you're just being a middleman in a race to the bottom, where the only winner is Facebook ads who gets your money when nobody buys your shit. Everyone's literally selling the same exact products with the same exact product photos, competing on price alone, with zero brand, zero way to differentiate themselves, and zero reason for anyone to buy from them instead of just going to Amazon and getting same-day delivery. You're spending weeks setting up Shopify stores and burning through ad budget to make maybe $3 profit per sale, while dealing with 45-day shipping times and angry customers literally all the time. Now, I don't know what you think, but to me, that's not really entrepreneurship. That's paying for the privilege of customer service hell. There are much more efficient ways to make money online, like selling a high-ticket program. If you actually want to make a few money online, $10,000 a month or more, stop trying to go for so-called easy business models like dropshipping, which only keep you broke because they're so low profit. Sell a high-ticket program. Stop looking for shortcuts that thousands of people have already taken and wondering why you're stuck in the same broke position as everyone else who tried the same BS dropshipping. You don't become wealthy with one single transaction. It's about building systems that generate compounding results over time that make your money work for you. And when you obsess over making quick cash now, it leads to impulsive decisions. You might see an opportunity, you jump at it without thinking it through, but you're only chasing short-term gains instead of long-term progress, long-term wealth. Think about it like this. If you spend a year obsessing over finding the next hot stock, you might make some money, or most likely you might lose it all and waste a year of your life. But if you spend that same year mastering a high-value skill like copywriting, sales, coding, content creation, you now have an asset that generates income for the rest of your life. When your energy is on improvement and innovation, instead of obsessing over immediate returns, quick cash, wealth naturally becomes a side effect. You're building a foundation that prints money, not just chasing individual paydays. I focus on building systems that make me money even while I sleep. Content systems that attract attention. Sales systems that convert that attention. Delivery systems that create results for clients. That is leverage, and it only happens because I stopped obsessing over quick cash right now and started obsessing over building an actual empire that makes me rich. Shifting from scarcity to abundance fundamentally changes how you approach life and money. Instead of being trapped by fear, competition, or comparison, you start seeing opportunities, partnerships, and solutions everywhere. The wealthiest people I know aren't fixated on dollars. They're focused on creating meaningful outcomes, solving interesting problems for their customers, and building businesses that actually matter. The money always follows them because value always attracts compensation. The more value you provide, the more you'll be paid. That I can guarantee. Shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset means you're waking up and asking yourself, what value can I create today? Instead of how can I make more money today? It means investing in skills that compound, like communication, sales, marketing, content creation, instead of always chasing the next get-rich-quick schemes. It means building systems and frameworks that generate consistent income instead of bouncing from opportunity to opportunity. It means solving real problems for real people instead of trying to extract money from them. It means thinking in years and decades, not days and weeks. Success is not about overnight miracles. It's about consistent, strategic action in one direction. Every hour you spend building high-income skills is an investment that pays you dividends forever. Every hour you spend obsessing over making quick cash right now and chasing shortcuts is wasted energy that could have spent mastering an actual skill that will make you 6, even 7 figures a year. So make sure you set your priorities straight. Right now you're at a decision point. You can continue obsessing over making quick cash now, checking your bank account constantly, chasing hot opportunities like the new NFT or whatever, feeling anxious about every single dollar. That path leads to mediocrity at best, financial ruin at worst. Or you can shift your focus to creating value for other people, master skills which pay a lot, build systems that compound and make you money even while you sleep. That path will make you far richer than anything else. That I can promise you. What I've found is that the irony is the moment you stop obsessing over making money is the moment you position yourself to actually build real wealth. So if you want to be rich, don't obsess over making quick cash now. Obsess over creating value, solving problems for people which are painful, and building systems that make your money work for you. The money will follow, I promise you. It won't be the inevitable byproduct of providing value. That's it. If you'd like me to personally help you to build a profitable online business and reach financial freedom as quickly as possible, check out the free training I made for you in the description below and book a call with me or a member of my team before all the spots are taken. With that said, I'll see you on the other side.